Welcome world. Now everybody can see my welcome world. This is our debut on Riverside. New recording software. I don't know what to call it.
I,
Recording device.
it is a website-based platform of which we can use now to record where we can do audio and video. So everybody can see our faces.
Everybody wants to see our lovely faces. Yay.
Let's hope they do.
So, well, they don't have a choice now. So anyway, it's been a while. It's been a while since we've recorded our last episode. I would say a couple of months, maybe 2.5 months. I didn't even look to
I
see
don't know,
one
it
month.
could be ballpark, about two.
Yeah. So, um, I do have some things on my list here. And you know me in rabbit holes. I don't know why I thought about this, but I was like, well, what other mammals go through menopause? So I found out that it's incredibly rare in the animal kingdom for animals to go through menopause. So it's humans, of course we know that, chimpanzees, and 5 specific species of whales. And these are toothed whales. I don't know what the difference is, but I guess these ones can chew you up and kill you. Orcas, which are called killer whales, beluga whales, narwhals. I didn't even know that they were real. Those things with Aren't those the things with the thing pointing on the head?
That's a narwhal? Is that what you're
I think
saying?
so. Isn't that a narwhal?
Don't think so.
Short-finned pilot whales and false killer whales. So those are the only other mammals that go through menopause. And I remember when I
Okay.
first told you that, you're like, no wonder whales are like plopping themselves up on the beach, like wanting to die,
That's right. Yes.
right?
Yeah, so very
Yeah,
true.
it could be why they beach themselves.
Yes. But the narwhal, you are right.
It's
He's a
weird.
medium-sized Arctic whale, and it does have a spiral tusk, which is actually an elongated tooth used for social dominance. You imagine being in menopause and having an elongated tooth for social
If I
dominance?
literally had a spear, I would be in jail right now because so many people would have got my spear. Boom, boom, boom. By now. Trust and believe that.
You're
No,
right.
I would be calling Beth, you need to come bail me out of jail, or we're going to have to set
Yeah.
my video visits with you as our podcast because I'm in jail right now. It would be bad.
That is crazy. Very interesting.
Yeah.
So a chimpanzee, though, too. So whales and
Yeah.
a chimpanzee.
Yeah.
Hmm,
So weird.
interesting.
So the way we got to learning about Riverside was through our meeting. So we hadn't even met with Angela Hummel yet. So that was late March, early April that we met with her. We hadn't even met with her. We touched a little bit on that on our last episode, like we're going to be meeting with her. We met with her. She is one of the founders of Menopause with a Z. And we ended up then meeting with all of the people that started that Menopause. So Mare, Raquel, Debbie, Angela couldn't make it that night, but then it was you and I and all of us were on there. And she's the one who originally told us about Riverside, said that that's how they record their podcast.
So yes, it's taken a little bit of learning and trying to figure this out. So that's why it took so long for us to get another recording in. But I think it's going to be great. And I think that the video side of this will actually just take us to different places that we couldn't
Take us to
before.
the next level.
Take us to yes, new heights.
Next level.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I wanted to read
Yeah.
a little bit about menopause so people kind of know if they're interested in them or might if they want more information, I can always give it to them. So menopause was founded by longtime friends who realized they were sharing the same struggle, menopause, and how menopause in the workplace, it's not so prevalent. Like we have a lot of um, leave and things for mothers who are giving birth, but when it gets to this point in our life, there's no special accommodations, there's no extra leave, there's really nothing in that department, and that's what they're trying to create. They're trying to create an HR based training for these corporations to be able to understand what we're going through at this stage of our life and try to help us through it, make accommodations for us, and make it a little bit easier so that women can stay in the workplace. First of all, I think a lot of people probably end up losing their jobs because of this, where if more people understood what they could do to keep them employed, it would be so much better. So, but they did say they're the second company in the whole United States at this point that is doing that, which is crazy to me.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, um, it says on their website that companies lose an estimated $26.6 billion a year due to menopause. And more than 75% of women are are transitioning into menopause or postmenopause. So it's a big thing and it has to be talked about and something has to be done. So I
Yeah,
applaud.
well, we're gonna do a dual podcast with them coming up in October. But I'm curious about the statistics too that they are having, as far as HR resource teams and not taking them on and bringing it into the workforce. Uh, do you know what I mean? Like how
Yeah.
successful they are with
Yes.
who they've reached out to or who's contacted them.
Yeah. I I think it's great. I really think that it's needed. It's past needed. And then I was also kind of wondering why we hadn't heard about it previously very much. And I found out that before 1993, and I'm saying this loudly because this is when my youngest son was born, and it's like literally feels like yesterday, they did not routinely study women's health as doctors were learning to be doctors. They didn't actually have to learn that until 1993, which might be why they're so behind the curve at this point on why don't doctors know about menopause? Why aren't more doctors talking about menopause? Why aren't more doctors helping women in menopause? Because it just wasn't something that they learned or were required to learn in my kid's lifetime. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Right.
So this is a generational thing. So it might be why our parents never really said anything because they weren't helped either.
Well, I know in our inner circle that we have all agreed that we did not have anybody telling us what was coming from the
Yeah.
mother perspective or aunt, grandmother, whatever, as far as a female figure in your life.
And when we last left off, you were going to get your new blood work because you were worried about your heart health specifically.
Yeah, so we haven't touched on that. So we have found, obviously, through all the different um, symptoms of menopause and everything that it can do and wreak havoc on your body. Um, we also discovered that cardiovascular health could be a big issue. And I had the standard testing done, of course, which involved your cholesterol, your sugar, as well as your estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. My bad cholesterol is high, and my overall cholesterol is high. So
Oh,
during conversation with the PA, I had indicated that it is a concern because of my father's history and his heart disease. And he said we should
yeah.
do this other extended testing, which will give you an idea on what type of cholesterol you have, sticky or non-sticky. So we did that test, and I didn't hear from him right away. And to be honest, I was a little bit nervous because I really thought it's not going to be good. Okay. So the reality did hit and it's elevated. So lipoprotein A, it is elevated. It should be below 30. Mine is at 78.
Oh,
Um, I know I have a friend who right now whose family, a couple members of the family have higher numbers than that, and it's a real concern.
okay.
So I don't know if anybody else has had a test. They might say, "Oh, that's not too bad." Well, it is because it's 48 points above where it should be, and they refer to a triple threat. So if you have high lipoprotein A, and then you have a high LDL and an overall high level of cholesterol, then they refer to it as a triple three. So triple threat, I'm sorry. And of course, that just increases your chance for stroke, heart attack, etc. So I have been working on my diet. I've lost 15 pounds successfully just with changing my diet, trying to eat more Mediterranean. I'm taking a number of supplements that are heart health related, cardiovascular, um, that were recommended to me by the place where we went, actually.
Okay.
So now yeah, I need to follow up with my family doctor. I did incorporate two other ones that I found on the internet too, which is just basically a garlic and a citrus bergamot, which I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. But I did put those into my supplements as well. So I need to contact my family physician and say, hey, this is what I got. I need these tests run again.
Yeah.
Um, I just said to my husband this morning, I don't know how long I should go. And he said, well, maybe 6 months. But where my levels are now, I'm not sure if they would want to suggest a statin either with it. So
Yeah.
I really just need to call, and I've been putting it off, and there's no excuse that should be used. So I think I'm going to hold myself accountable for tomorrow because we're recording right now to say I'm going to call and get those tests run again. So then we'll
Yeah, that's
see.
good.
But lipoprotein A, the problem with lipoprotein A is it's basically genetic. They really haven't found anything. There's nothing scientifically that will help you bring that down.
Oh
That's
my
the
gosh.
problem.
Not even medicine?
So now they got some clinical trials that they're running, but there's nothing concrete. There's
Oh my
nothing set in
gosh.
stone. So with that, I want to try to bring up my HDL, my good, lower my LDL, the bad, and reduce my overall cholesterol down to a good number, I guess, if you will. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, it's a struggle. It was a little disheartening. I was taken aback by it, but then not surprised either. And lipoprotein, from what I read, it only affects like 20% of the population to have really
Well,
high
you're like, of
LPA. So
course. Of course it would happen to me.
yeah. Yeah, but you know what?
Gosh.
Anybody could go out there too and go on the internet. Anybody can Google anything. You might find different numbers too, different reports from National Health Institute versus another, foundation or something too. I don't know.
Right.
I just know it's very concerning. So yes, um, those are my numbers. We'll see how they pan out. When I get some more tests run, we'll see if I've had any luck to bring those couple numbers down, and hopefully. And so you were great. Your cholesterol was good, and you had no concerns there with yours at all, right?
Right. And I was doing the HRT mainly. I really wanted better sleep and my brain fog gone. So the brain fog is still there. And I've told few people this, but I went and put eggs on the stove to boil and literally just went to Lowe's and came home. And James was like, hey, do you remember putting eggs on the boil? No. They were burnt, they were brown, they were stuck to the bottom of the pan. I'm just glad that they didn't explode all over the place. So
Yes, you were so
I hit on
lucky.
it. Yeah. So I had
Yes.
my blood work done again just last week, and I had my meeting with Dom on Monday, and my body is not absorbing the estrogen that I'm taking, which I'm doing the cream. I do it on my forearms and my legs, but she said it's still, even though you put it topically, it still goes through your digestive system somehow. My system is not absorbing it because my numbers actually fell. So
Oh,
now they have to figure out
okay.
what to do to get me to absorb it because I'm not going to have any. I'm not going to have a better outcome if my body isn't going to accept what I'm putting in there. So
Right. So was it mentioned that they've had this happen before? They have seen this where other women have had this issue where they weren't absorbing the estrogen?
no, no.
You the
And
first?
I know
Right.
it's probably because of the bypass because I have a problem absorbing everything. Like I have to take so many
Oh,
vitamins because my stomach is the size of an egg. It can only absorb so much. I get that. I did not know that if you put something on your skin that it still somehow goes through that system. I had no idea, but I do know now. And so she said I should take boron and zinc together. That sometimes helps absorption. And then they may want to increase, but I won't know until I talk to Jason tomorrow. So I guess I'll find out then. But that's a problem. But my
okay.
progesterone, which I take as a pill at night, that's actually increased quite a bit. So I don't know.
Is there any other form of estrogen that could be taken or used? They don't have anything orally. It has to be in a cream base or
I
a
could
patch. Is
probably
that
take
right?
a pill. I could probably take a pill. I don't know. But then you still have that absorption issue. So I really don't know what the answer is. We'll see.
Okay. Well, and on another note, do you remember? I think it was a couple podcasts ago, but I talked about a friend of mine who never had a cavity and went to the dentist and had six cavities. I don't know if you recall that,
Yeah.
but I have a broken tooth and a back molar, and we were out to dinner with friends on Saturday, and I was eating a Caesar chicken wrap, and it had croutons in it, and I took a bite and bit down, and I got the worst pain in my mouth, and one of my my teeth, I should say, the back of it just broke right off. So now I'm sitting with two broken teeth,
Like
and I
the
have to
whole
go into the
tooth
dentist
falls
next
off or
week.
just like part of the enamel just break off.
It's a pretty good size. Like, okay, so it's
Oh,
number 12, tooth number 12, which is like four back from the
okay.
front tooth on the left side, it goes back. In the
Okay.
back of the tooth on each side of my mouth, there, oh, it feels a little bit bulbous, if you will, like, with your tongue. It basically
Yeah.
took off like half of the tooth from the back. So it's really
Mm.
flat. It feels like a front tooth on the side.
Oh my
That's the only way for me to
gosh.
explain it. So,
Is the
yeah,
nerve
I have
out? Like,
no
does it
pain
hurt
right
to?
now.
Oh gosh.
I'm trying to avoid
Mm.
chewing on that side, but it doesn't
Yeah.
hurt
Yeah.
right now, knock on wood. Pray that it don't.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know what they're going to say
Right.
because I'm not sure how the root. I don't know. I don't know what does it. It is a little sensitive, like if it's really cold, something that I drink. But other than that,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. But anyway, that happened, and I thought,
Wow.
oh, here we go. Menopause is it's at its finest. The bitch that just keeps
Yeah.
giving. That's basically what I was saying earlier, and that's kind of
Thank
what I'm putting
you,
into
Mother
this
Nature.
labeling of this. Right. Yep. Yep. Something else.
Well, on that note, I always like to do the weird oddity shit that happens during menopause.
Yeah.
So lately, like my eyelids are very gummy, and it's not like inside my eye. It's literally the eyelid. Like here, to even touch it is like sticky. So sometimes my eye gets stuck open or stuck shut because my eyelids are literally like somebody put glue on there.
I've had that feeling though too. I always feel like you gotta wipe it
It's,
off.
yeah, there's a name for that.
What's it called?
Blepharitis. Blepharitis. Blepharitis? I mean, that's
And
how
does it
I would.
indicate what it's caused from?
So it's a condition where hormonal shifts, specifically a
Yeah,
drop in
of course.
androgen, drogen, cause inflammation of the eyelids, dry eye syndrome, and can lead to irritation. Sticky, crusty eyelids, leading to sticky, red, itchy, or swollen eyelids, sometimes crusting, often noticed in the morning. It
Wonderful.
affects the mebio, I can't even pronounce this, meibomian glands in the eyelid, which produce oil. So it leads to them malfunctioning and leads to the dryness, which leads to the stickiness.
I wonder, when I was at the eye doctor about 2 months ago, they now have a supplement for the eyes.
Okay.
And I wonder if that would help with the eyelids.
I would try it. Do you remember what it was?
Give me 1 second. Anyway, yes, my eye doctor, I asked him because of the situation with my blood work and things and taking these supplements when I went in to see him. And so let me tell you, so the reason why is because I suffer from dry eye, all right,
Right.
which is also
That's
common.
common.
That's another issue.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep. So when he was talking to me about this, and I said, well, what about supplements? And he's like, well, as a matter of fact, let me get you some. So it's by Bosch and Loam, and it's
Okay.
called Blink NutriTears, clinically
Okay.
proven supplement for dry eyes. Now, I am wondering because of the eyelids, if this is something that could actually, help. So it has vitamin D.
Okay.
I can't pronounce this other word, but anyway, you can look it up, Blink
Okay.
NutriTears. And I have not started taking it because I'm taking so much other shit with the
Right.
supplements. I don't know
Yeah.
where to throw it in, you know.
Right.
But anyhow, what's
Wow.
that?
I mean, it can't hurt.
No. He also gave me some wipes for my eyelids as well. And I don't
Oh.
really know what they're supposed to do. So maybe if somebody looks up the Blink NutriTears, you might find that there's something else too that can help. But that I just thought
Hmm.
that was interesting that I
Yeah.
asked him about a supplement. He's like, yeah, as a matter of fact. So
Well, that's good. At least they have some help. Yeah.
yeah, right. I don't think you're singled out with the sticky eyelids.
Yeah. Probably not. I just thought it was really odd. Because everything that happens to me now, I'm like, I'm gonna look it up. I bet it's menopause. Bet it's menopause. If I get a twinge in my pinky toe, I'm like, oh, I bet that's menopause.
I
I'm gonna look it up.
know. Yeah, I agree. Well, it's true though.
Yeah,
Everything that we've come up with together, like as far as any symptoms of anything that we each could bounce off each other, it's late to menopause.
for sure. For sure. Well, do you want me to get into the latest nightmare that is my dating life?
Oh my, yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah, let's hear.
All right. So I did go to dinner last week with a man, very nice man. He's local. He went to school with my cousin. He's a very nice guy. We're still talking, but it's really early, so that's kind of very new. Before him, I was dating this guy who's old enough to apply for Social Security, by the way. So he's an older man and should be, normal. That's not happening. So we had been seeing each other for like 5 weeks. That's why I said it's really been quite a while since we recorded last. Because I think the last time I talked, him and I were getting ready to just go out to dinner. So we had been seeing each other for a good 5, 6 weeks. And like we had gone to dinner, went to movies, he'd come here, I'd gone there, da, da, da. We did all this stuff together, right? One day I texted him at 12:38, and then at 2:29 he said, "What's going on?" I'm going to read these messages, by the way. I'm not going to say his name, but he'll know. I'm going to read these messages because I want you to see how fucking ridiculous this is. What's going on? Not much. How about you? I don't hear from you as much anymore. Now, mind you, 2 hours. It's 2 hours, not 2 days, not 2 weeks, literally 2 hours.
Mm.
I said, oh, my bad. I'm at work. Plus, I'm trying to set up a time for a lady on Facebook to pick up, um, I forget what I was sold. I sold something on Facebook. I was trying to like set up a time for this lady to meet me after work, right? And then he says,
Okay.
yeah, I don't like that. Immediately, he goes on to Facebook and says, or is there something on here that's keeping your attention? I sent him the screenshots of the lady and I conversating back and forth about picking up the thing that I was selling. And then he said, it's just that the first week we communicated a lot and I see that slipping. I said, we've been talking for a month. We've been dating for a month. Some days we communicate more than others. I didn't hear from you all last night, but I didn't say anything. And he said, yeah, because you were at your friend's party. It was Mother's Day and I didn't want to bother you, but it's not a problem. Okay. So I left it at that, right? The next day I wanted to bring this up because that's what adults do. I mean, it,
Right.
I
Yeah.
thought adults do that they talk things out, right? So I said to him, the accusatory tone of your message earlier, which I think it was accusatory when he says, there's something on here got your attention. To me, that's accusatory. I don't want to really be questioned about everything I'm doing like I'm doing something wrong when I don't text you for only 2 hours. That kind of dynamic is not going to work for me. I want a healthy connection. He said, I did not accuse you of anything. I just asked if there was something that had your attention. That's the same damn thing. But that's okay. You take care.
It
I
is.
I won't
Yeah.
bother you anymore, is what he said. I'm like, okay, you two take care. So then, fast forward 2 weeks, he, well, and then he blocked me on Facebook, and then he unblocked me the next day, which was stupid and dumb, but whatever. And then, fast forward two
Immature.
weeks, he adds me on TikTok and starts like looking at all my stuff on TikTok, which I can see who goes on there. It tells you that, right? Then he sends me a message in TikTok and says, um, what did it say? Oh, how's it going? I'm like, good. How are you? Well, I really miss you. I said, this is word for word. I would miss me too. I would miss me too. But I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, no, we don't need this. If I just don't understand how somebody, oh, here's what I said. I would miss me too, actually. You threw me out like trash, so you couldn't miss me too much. I see you're back on the dating app, so you'll be in love again in no time. Peace. I didn't throw you anywhere. You accused me of something that wasn't accurate. I won't bother you. And then he blocked me on TikTok. Like,
But
this
you're
man is,
absolutely right. It was 2 hours. Two
this,
hours that you didn't talk.
this man is in his mid
Ugh,
60s. Mid 60s. Get it together, dude. Get
I
it
know.
together.
I love the when you said he is old enough to collect Social Security.
Like you're legitimately old enough to get a check every month. Use it for counseling, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe take that money and go get some fucking counseling because you're retarded and you need help. Period. Wow.
Well,
Who?
now if I can, how did you meet him? Was it on Facebook?
Yes. Facebook
Okay,
dating.
so that's even worse. That's even worse because yes, it was very accusatory by what he said, but he didn't see it that way.
Yes. And I wasn't being rude. I
Mm,
was just like, this is what happened. This is how I feel about it. This is how what you did made me feel. That should not turn into an argument. That should not turn into see you later. But what do you want me to do? Run after you and beg you to be with me? No, I'm not doing that. Sorry, we don't do that at 409 Pepper
mhm.
Street. We don't do that in 2026. We don't do that here. That don't happen. Sorry.
Oh, well, you
I
know
just
what?
don't get
You're
it.
back in the game.
I'm back in the game.
I hope this one. this one proves to be a little bit different. I don't know. You've had some real winners there, I will say.
Oh, Bev, I did not tell you this. I did not tell you this. So I went to dinner with a guy in February. That's the one that that ghosted me. Like, he made up this whole thing that he slept on his phone and the charger got broke and da 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 da, and that's why he didn't text me. And then I never talked to him again.
Oh, jeez.
So he texts
Okay.
me, "Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing fine. How are you? Um, oh, I hadn't heard from you and this whatever." I was like, "Well, yeah, I felt this type of way about whatever you not, texting me and giving me some kind of crazy story that I'm sure was totally made up." He's like, "Oh no, it's not made up." And da 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 da. And then he said something about ever since I've been home. And I said, "Been home, where were you?" And he goes, "Well, I was in jail for 13 years." I said, "You never told me that." He goes, "I'm sure I told you that." I said, "Okay. Well, I don't remember that. Now, I know my brain fog is bad, Bev. I know it's bad. I leave eggs on to
Right.
boil. This man tells me, "Oh, yeah, I was in jail for murder."
Oh my God.
Murder. He's like, "I can't believe you don't remember me telling you that. You never told me you were in jail for murder." I would remember that. Eggs
I
on
don't
the
buy for
stove,
one
one
second.
thing.
Yeah.
Dating a murderer? No. Blocked. Oh,
No.
do you think
That's
I would do
oh,
you think I
he's
would
probably on
forget
one of my
that?
Dateline episodes.
God, I
No.
would not forget
I'm
that if
joking.
somebody's told me they were a murderer. Woo. Yeah.
Okay. But because we listen to the crime podcasts or shows and things like that. Did he say who? Like
I didn't
who he
even take the
was
time. I
found
don't
to have
even want to
murdered?
know. I don't want to know the situation. I don't know what happened, how it happened, when it happened. Blocked. Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh.
I can't do it.
Oh, what could be next? What could be next? I mean,
I
really.
don't. I
You've got
don't.
the cheater, now you've got a murderer.
I had a married man. I have a dead man. I have one person that died, another one person that
That's
killed
right.
somebody, another person old enough to collect Social Security. They can't have a fucking normal conversation about anything, apparently. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
And the guy that was living
Oh,
in the
that's a
basement
lot.
at his friend's so-called sister's house, but it was somebody that he used to date. So, okay, that sums it up.
I don't even know that you could screen, anybody before you would date them. Although, I love what the concept we were just talking about, that speed dating you and your sister were
Yes,
talking about.
yes.
I think
Amber
that's
and
a great
Amber and I have been
idea.
talking about that for so long. Like, would we be able to pull that off in this area though? I don't know.
Oh, well, you can hold it at the place that we're talking about doing a live podcast. You only need 20
Yeah,
people and get them to eat,
yeah.
you know,
We just the
put it
women
out
sit
there, create
full.
a Facebook ad, and Mhm.
Honestly, I think we could do it. So me, you, and Amber should get
I think
together and get
so.
some logistic. Yeah, we could do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I'm there only to help for behind the scenes. I'm not there to interact,
You could take
you know.
you could take pictures and record stuff for us. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely I could. Yeah, I think that's a great
Mm.
idea. You guys will have to work on that, set something up.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know. I don't know if you need to start trying to meet people on a different platform. Uh, I don't know.
Like
Go to the
I don't even
supermarket and
know. I don't go anywhere. I don't even go to the grocery store anymore. I have everything delivered. I don't even go anywhere. So
oh, I know.
unless I stand outside
That's
and wait for
true. I do the same
delivery
thing.
people, I don't meet anybody. I don't know. I don't know how to
Yeah,
meet people. I don't.
yeah. Life is
Um,
becoming a little, well, life's becoming very easy with that. I love it. I love
yeah,
getting
me
onto
too.
the website and just ordering what I want, throw it in the basket and saying deliver between 3 and 5 or whatever.
Yep. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, it's almost making me lazy. You would think it would
Well,
save me money because I'm not going to the grocery store and picking up all kinds of shit that I don't need. But
yeah,
because it's so easy, I keep ordering and ordering. It just seems like it's costing more. I don't know.
right. Well, that's okay.
But so anyhow, yeah, your love life will to be continued as always.
TBD. And then, um, we can do stats. I mean, Our Facebook page is really some sight to behold. So the
Yes, it's doing very well.
last 30 days we've had 12,000 viewers and almost 2,000 more followers added. We are so close to 10,000 right now. Um
Okay,
our
that's great.
biggest age range still is 45 to 54, but we also have 55 to 64 is a close second. Top cities, Louisville, Kentucky, Muncie, PA, of course, San Antonio, Texas, Columbus, Ohio, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Top countries, United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and South Africa. So that's interesting. So what do you got
Okay.
on our podcast listening site?
Well, on our Spotify, we've had 15 plays in the last 30 days, with 3 hours of consumption. And I don't see anything new as far as locations. We currently have 48 Spotify followers and a total of 453 plays. I can live with that.
That sounds good to me. Hey, that's
Considering
good.
we're in season two, yeah, 457 plays is 53 plays
Right.
is good. Now, as far as our website itself, so our biggest referrers, number one is Facebook,
Yes.
followed by Google,
Okay.
then Bing, and then Instagram.
Okay.
So, um, in the last 3 weeks, I think May 12th to June 9th,
Okay.
we had 51 page views. So,
That's not bad.
I no, we're not going backwards, so we're staying pretty steady. So we're good with that.
Take that.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we're going on a limb here, putting our video out here too. So we'll be uploading that. Um, Getting more comfortable as we're in front of the camera, hopefully too. So
Right.
you're comfortable already. I can tell. I mean, you're
I'm
made for this.
born to be a star. Superstar.
Yeah. I'm just here to bring awareness of menopause and whatever else.
Well, I think this was good. This was so good. Our first official video episode.
So visit the website if you'd like and reach out anytime, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Call it a night.
Bye.
Bye.